this video, I'm going to show you what it's like to stay at the historic La Posada Hotel in Santa Fe. I'm going to walk you around the property, take you inside one of the rooms, share the interesting history, and show you some areas of the property you won't want to miss while you're staying here. La Posada is tucked away just 2 blocks from Santa Fe's famous plaza near the intersection of Paseo del Peralta and Palace Avenue. You're right in the heart of downtown, steps away from museums, world-class galleries, restaurants, and historic churches. But despite its central location, the property feels peaceful and secluded. Once inside the gates, you're surrounded by beautifully landscaped courtyards, mature cottonwoods, bubbling fountains, and adobe casitas that reflect Santa Fe's Pueblo revival. It's like stepping inside your own private sanctuary with 6 acres of serene space to explore. I feel like I have this building all to myself. My room is up on the 2nd floor. I don't hear anyone else here. So come along, I'll show you my room. So this was quite a surprise. I had actually reserved just the queen room, the smallest room, and I did get an upgrade because I'm a gold member right now. This is the queen suite in one of the casitas. Now you can tell that it's an older property, but I've got plenty of space in here. Got a nice king bed. There is no balcony, and the windows could probably use replacement, but quite lovely, and a nice big bathroom. So there's a variety of rooms at this property and a whole bunch of buildings. I think it's something like 6 acres here at La Posada. Here is a look at the property. It's got, and I am over here in the corner. They had an upgrade. I am facing the main road. But it's kind of nice for hopping out and going to the plaza. I had one free night because I am a credit card holder with Marriott Bonvoy, and it expired tomorrow. And so at the very last minute, I decided to use it and not let it go to waste and come up here to Santa Fe and give you a tour of the plaza. So as I'm just getting comfortable in my room, there's a little tiny door for the closet, and let me show you, it's really big. Right here, you can see it's like smaller than a standard size door, but you come in here, it's got a safe, a little cabinet, it's got your iron, but look at that. It's like a full walk-in closet, a long one, and these nice little robes that I will enjoy later. And they even have a flashlight, so that's nice for emergencies, I guess. And at first I didn't think there was a refrigerator in here, but in the cabinet under the TV, we have a refrigerator. We have a little ice. It says if you need ice, go by the front desk or the valet stand and they will deliver it to you. All right, so I didn't do much filming right when I arrived because there was a lot of people arriving and I don't like to be a little obnoxious and in the way. But valet is required here. It's free, but you know, you're expected to tip. I believe that's what's included in the resort fee that they charge here. And so when you pull up, you're gonna have to leave your car and you'll get a little valet slip. They do have a shuttle that the hotel offers anywhere within a 2-mile radius. So if you wanna go to a restaurant somewhere that's not exactly in walking distance, that's really cool. They have a shuttle that they'll take you where you want to go, complimentary, within 2 miles. And there's a lot of stuff you can see within 2 miles of this area. So that's good to know. Also note that there was some steep stairs here, and when we checked in, they did remind me that there was somebody out the front door that was going to help me with my luggage. Now I didn't bring any luggage, I'm only here for one night. But if you have handicap needs, you need to make that clear in your reservation that you need a place on the 1st floor. There's plenty of places on the 1st floor, but just keep that in mind, they didn't have an elevator. Now this property has a really interesting history. It is a historic building, but to be a National Historic Property, there are very strict standards about what you can renovate and what you have to leave as original. And I believe over the years, they've made some renovations that makes them ineligible for an official National Register of Historic Places, but yet it is still a very historical property. So I'm going to walk you around the property and then I'll do a little voiceover and tell you a little bit more about the history, and you can see what this place is like. Now, as you can see as we walk around, there's unique Southwestern art pieces all around the property, and each of these buildings has a unique style. Now, while I did mention it's not an official historic place in the National Register, it is a member of the Historic Hotels of America. Now down here they have lots of these individual casitas. Kind of makes you feel like you're staying in an apartment. Now those rooms down there have a little courtyard. I'm doing this walk around first thing in the morning. It's really quiet. Now I see back there, you can see the fireplace. Somebody's running the chimney. They're actually running the fireplace, and you can see smoke coming out of the chimney is what I should have said. This is gorgeous, and I can imagine in the fall when the leaves are changing colors just how beautiful this would be. Wow. The original building of this hotel was built in 1882 as a mansion built by Abraham Staab, a German immigrant who came to the U.S. at the age of 15 and traveled to this area via the Santa Fe Trail. He became a very successful wholesale merchant in the area, one of the most successful in the Southwest. He promised his wife Julia the finest house money could buy. It was a 3-story French Second Empire style mansion, and it was actually the first brick mansion in Santa Fe. Plenty of firewood out on the property. Pool and hot tub. I'll walk in there in just a minute. It's not really pool season, although it is hot tub season, but I'm just gonna pop my camera over the fence here. You can take a look. It's real nice. And the hot tub is right over here. Right behind there. Let me get a closer look of the hot tub. It's beautiful. Looks like back here is a dead end with rooms. So I'll come over this way. These rooms here are connected together. They do allow dogs for a fee. This is also a popular spot for weddings. So you can see here, this is all set up for special occasions. The party space. I can tell you it would be a pretty penny to rent this place, but what a gorgeous venue. Now right over here is the spa and salon, just on the other side of this fountain here. If you want a massage service or a variety of different spa services. There's a restaurant here. This is Julie's restaurant. They're gonna let me cut in. This guy did not want to be on camera. I'm kind of making my way. This looks like the place where everybody's getting breakfast. These are the wines. And here's the restaurant. That's the breakfast spot. And then right up here, wow. So this portion of the property is the original house that was built here on this site. And many years ago I asked to see some of the rooms that are supposed to be haunted. They're upstairs. Hopefully I can track down those photographs. Right upstairs. Look at all the beautiful artwork here. I think there's the bar in here. In the evenings you can come in here and get a drink. The library. Wow. Look at all this artwork. I love historic homes, so this place fits the bill for sure. And the art in here is amazing. So tucked away here is a little business center for anyone that needs it nowadays. Most people won't be using this, but it is available. Wow, this must be where they keep all their wine. So there in the lobby, outside of those restaurants, they do have coffee available. So if you're staying there and you want to come get a cup of coffee other than the Nespresso machine in your room, this is where you can do it, by the lobby. Now I'm gonna head to dinner on the plaza, and it's just a short walk right around the corner from where I'm staying. So I'm on the corner of Palace and Paseo del Peralta. I'm on the corner of Palace and Paseo de Peralta, and you can see that's where I'm staying. Right up there on the second floor. And you go ahead and cross the street with a green light. New Mexico Palacio in general is not great with pedestrians, so be sure and double check before you cross the street. Make sure everybody sees you. And a bookstore. It's a very quiet Thursday evening. Here's a restaurant here, Palacio. I'm sure it's delicious.
I was really, really pleased with Palacio Restaurant. I had planned to go to a more popular spot a little farther down this road, but there was like an hour-and-a-half wait, and I really didn't want to be there all night. So I decided to check out this restaurant, and I was really pleasantly surprised. They were super friendly, I got right in, and the prices were very reasonable, and the food was delicious. So if you're staying in this area, I highly recommend it. Check out the Palacio Restaurant. Now very soon I'm releasing a walking tour of this entire area by the plaza. So be sure and subscribe if you want to check that out next. Thanks for watching.